The never-ending season of Married at First Sight continues, and we got part 1 of the reunion. Okay, part 1. Okay, but first, let's hit that intro. I am Denise Brady. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I am your favorite therapist, your favorite creators therapist, okay? Some of y'all, I'm the therapist in y'all head, all right? All season we've been recapping, discussing, analyzing, digging deep, okay? I feed y'all very well over here, okay? So I'm going to need y'all to hit that like right now. That notification bell if it's not already turned on. And those of you who are new, stay, because you're hungry too, right? I know you're hungry. I know you want this, okay? But I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I service people living in California and in Texas, okay? And now let's get into this reunion. The last couple episodes, I'm like, what is with the editing? What are y'all doing, okay? Because I can see the issues. I can see what y'all trying to do, but it ain't working, all right? And we have everyone come together for this reunion, even though the vibe was, we've all moved on. We have all moved on. We are in different places. We are not mentally with this show anymore. We have contracts. We have to stay on this stage. But who I was when I filmed these episodes, that person's no longer here. But because, money, capitalism, dollar signs, I have to sit up here and discuss things that I really don't want to. And we are back with our host who, can we get somebody else? Okay, somebody new. Can we get somebody from past seasons? A successful couple, someone more associated with the show. I don't know if it's too much for Keisha to do both aspects. But Peacock, are y'all watching this? Okay, because we need somebody new. I know y'all over there doing a rebrand. Think about these reunions and get somebody else to host. Okay, because though he is messy and asks, questions to get the mess out, I just really would prefer someone who's associated with Married at First Sight, the franchise, something, even maybe a therapist to do the reunion or some kind of expert. But then again, I think we're kind of over the experts at this point. So you probably need new experts also, okay? But we get everybody on the stage. Everybody's together. And the vibe to me is we have to be here. There's nothing much going on in our lives. There's nothing. But we have that one bitter Betty, okay, who's still holding on to feelings and has not quite moved on. All right. So we're getting life updates from everybody who's not really doing much. Juan is dating. Ike is still being Ike. He's like, I'm going to keep that stuff to myself. We see David and Madison, who to me, Madison looked gorge. She looked very, very good, giving me Poison Ivy vibes. Okay, if only her hair was a little bit red, but she looked gorgeous. All right. I know y'all kind of hate on that, but okay. Allan is dating someone. I could tell this was actually at the end. They filmed all this together, them all sitting on the stage together, the drama that happened at the end of this reunion. And now they just cut this part and add it to the beginning. Okay, that's what it was giving. It was all filmed at one point. But let's cut and put this at the beginning and put the drama at the end and make people sit through this whole episode and all these commercials only to say what? You got to come back for part 2 where the drama is. Okay. But we got a lot of updates. I feel like some of the best pieces of this reunion was the behind the scenes of them being in the back, them talking to each other. Us seeing, to me, Michelle's real side. All right. Because throughout this season, I have said I feel like she's being handled with kid gloves. She's the princess. Nobody wants to give her a bad edit. We're in protection mode. But behind the scenes, she was talking. Her mouth was, talking out the sides. Okay, she had a lot to say about Madison. All right. But then let's get to some of the couples. Now, Camile and Thomas, they're not really doing much. They're happy. Camile comes off to me very vanilla. They have earmarked her as the voice of reason this season. Every season, there's one wife that they make the voice of reason. She's the go-to. She's the one that they all look to for advice and keeps the group connected. And this season, that is Camile, even though I don't see it. Okay. Now, watching this also, looking back at the last episodes, is it just me, or is there something maybe, neurologically happening with Thomas that kind of, for me makes sense? But I feel like there's something more behind workings in the brain that, is something there. Okay. But him and Camille are not really doing much. They didn't really give us much on the show, so they're doing the same thing. They live together. We get this little clip of them practicing how to hold a baby. This was me the whole time. Skip, fast forward, skip, skip, skip. I don't need this, skip. Okay. And then we get to Ike and Emem. Okay. Now, I feel like both sides of this, there are issues on both sides, y'all. I know people refuse to look at that. Y'all want to believe he's a narcissist, which he is not a narcissist, okay? Emem is just someone who was a victim of living with and being in a relationship with the narcissist, is what you guys want to believe. At this point, I can't convince y'all of nothing different. No, do I really care or give a fuck about changing y'all minds at this point? It is what it is. But I do feel like with him, there is some cluster B stuff happening. I do think there's a personality disorder happening. But once again, I don't know him. I don't know his history. I have not worked with him one-on-one. But I do feel like there is something there going on mentally, some mental health issues. Over here also, I believe some stuff is going on, okay? And y'all have alluded and think that she is pregnant. Those are not my ovaries, not my vagina, not my business. Okay, when she's ready to come out and say she's pregnant, if she is, that's on her. Some of the body language, the dress, how she's sitting, I could see how y'all really believe that she could be pregnant. But damn, that would be fast, right? Because she says they've been together a year. They have their ups and their downs. Curious about the downs because you have only known this man a year. Okay, a year. But they seem happy. She seems happy to be with him, the love of her life. Ike is still very cold. And, he admits he was not sexually attracted to her. Okay? And she takes it very well. I think because she's in a relationship now, she's moved on with her life. I think she's taking it a lot better than she probably would have when she was filming this show, to be honest with you guys. And I hope for her relationship with Brandon does work, but he's just laying on so thick. So thick. You guys, it's just giving me that I want to be here for the cameras. I have to prove my love. I have to love bomb you. Who is he really? Okay? And is Emem somebody who needs to be attached to a relationship to feel fulfilled? To make her feel like she is worthy or her life is going somewhere? And possibly because she did say they are working on their family. I think she said expanding their family. I was like, girl, is it already a baby up inside you? Is it? Because I'm just like, let things settle in first. Get to know the man. I think build with him. If that's who you want to be with, build a life. Travel, explore, do some things. Get to know each other as people. As I always say, get to know each other as people. The foundation of your relationship. Why add a baby right now? Do you know this man enough to be having a baby with him? So that's the part of me that's just like, if you are pregnant, congrats. But at the same time, could we have spent some more time just getting to know each other? Why rush to have a baby? And they talk about, the letter, wishing you nothing but the worst. She reflects and says, yeah, that was a bit much. Okay. And there are some apologies, but I just feel like she has moved on, y'all. She has moved on. And all these people on this stage, they give so much compassion and I think empathy towards one another. I don't know if it's because they've been in this experience and it's been like probably several months since it ended by the time this reunion was actually filmed, that they really don't see the people who are sitting there now akin to the people that they film with. Okay. Because everyone is just kind of like so calm and There's no hard feelings about anything. There's no like this, well, a little bit disgust for Michelle. Okay, but for the most part, it's just like, yeah, it didn't work out. Like, I wish him, a happy relationship. I wish her a happy relationship. It's just like, what happened to the people that were on that stage with them cameras back then? All right. Now, the host asks, what is Ike looking for? And he still says he's looking for his Michelle Obama. I just keep wondering, how does Michelle Obama keep getting dragged into this show? She's somewhere like, how did I get into this? What I got to do with this? All right? Because I just don't see the caliber of someone who is like Michelle Obama to be connected to someone like Ike. Sometimes we want things that we are not necessarily ready for or understand that, should I say it? Yeah, I'm going to say it. That we are worthy of. Okay? The person you are today, is that person really ready for a Michelle Obama, a Barack Obama? You want that. You want that love. You want that connection. But, are you ready for it? And though they are the forever first lady, forever presidents, we really don't know the ins and outs of their relationship to be like, I want that. I want Sierra's prayer. I want what her and Russell have. We only see a highlight reel. And though Michelle has talked about the hard times in their relationship when the children were small, those hard years, everyone still focuses on just what they see in the media when they are out. And yes, it's great. It looks like a healthy relationship. It looks like they are madly in love. They have that forever kind of love. But I'm just a little bit, y'all know me. I'm a little bit like, I take things with a grain of salt because we know people put out there what they want the world to see. Not saying that, the Obamas are doing this, but in general, I don't compare my relationship or who I am as a person to what I see online. Because you're only getting what the people really want you to see now. Okay. All right. Okay. Ike admits he was not ready for this experiment, but he is ready for marriage. He wasn't ready for this kind of wife, is what it really meant. I wasn't ready for this. This is not what I asked for. Okay. I told y'all, what was it? I wanted Kelly Rowland. I think he said Kelly Rowland and Michelle Obama mix. Was that correct? But her, I didn't ask for that. Okay. So yes, I'm ready for marriage. Not this thing over here is what it was really giving. Now, he was very diplomatic with his words. The host was trying to pull and get things out, but the cast was really not, giving him much. Emem was not giving him much. Ike was like, I'm just here to fulfill a contract. That's all you'll get from me, brother. I'm not giving you no more. Okay. Now we see the girls behind the set. And then we see, Allan and Madison come up, and the host once again is trying to ask, when did it start? When did you check out? That's what the people want to know, right? Well, and they talk about her and Allan's relationship. Allan is very calm. Like, his demeanor to this whole situation was like, I don't think a lot of people would have responded, buddy, like you are, with that much forgiveness, with that much compassion. And they say that Madison's gonna meet his girlfriend. This some white people shit. Okay. Ain't no way you gonna put me through all that and then I'm gonna meet your girlfriend. We gonna still be talking. No. You broke my heart into several pieces. You made me look like a fool. You lied to me for several weeks. And though Madison admits that she could have handled it a lot better, hindsight is 2020. Okay? I think Madison is also, to me, a person who does not do well under pressure. I think she has some anxiety. I think she says she felt alone in this experience. And the only person that really helped her through it was David. I think sometimes we feel like we are burdens upon people. Everyone's going through their own problems, so I don't want to call them. I don't want to add to whatever they're going through. So we internalize and we don't really get the help that we necessarily need. But I have always been saying I think the experts could have been more present, more involved. I think there should have been some apartment or something where the experts are nearby in case you need help, assistance, guidance. But it says a lot that she felt like she was alone in this experience, even though she was surrounded by so many people. What happened to them girlfriends? Okay, what happened to that? Y'all all friends, right? That we keep saying, you were my friend, but you were my friend. Okay? You messed up the dynamics of the friendship group. And she admits the only time she actually went to David was the night that her and Allan had an argument, and we saw her. And I told y'all, what did I say? Okay? Run it back for me. Okay? Somebody tell me in the comments what did I say. I said that it did not make sense that she was gone for 4 hours, 5 hours, talking on the phone to her friend. She didn't take no jacket. She didn't take no purse. Okay. It did not give that I was outside talking to my friend for 3 to 4 hours. It gave I went to another unit to seek comfort. And that's what she did. The truth comes out. Okay. She went over there. She called her friend. And after that, she called David for comfort. Okay. And though she says they never went to each other's apartments throughout the whole filming, I wonder how long was that gym open? Was it 24 hours? Okay. Because I'm not sure if it was David who said this or Madison admit that they were at the gym every day together. So I am also wondering, at what point did y'all tap out and recognize our relationships are not working? We're at the gym every day together. Juan even says, I knew something was going on because when does David ever do cardio? And we saw at that tattoo parlor that he's going to the gym every day, but it's not to work out, y'all. It's not to work out. It was to see Madison. Okay. And then Ike also says he knew all along. Okay. Why'd you even add that? You knew all along that something was going on, but because you weren't with the group, you didn't say nothing. Nobody was really trying to fuck with you anyway. So you kept it to yourself. All right. And then, Madison also used the comment that she didn't want her relationship with David to be built off of the misery that they were both going through. Ooh, just when I have forgiven you. Ooh, you stabbed me. The word misery. Was it that bad? Misery? Were you miserable with me? Was it that bad? Allan, man. I don't know if it's that you are very calm. I don't know if y'all feel like he is passive. He don't got the cojones. I don't know what it is, but I could not sit there. And have someone say being with me was miserable. And just sit there calm. Is it because he's moved on? Could it be that he got a girlfriend and it really doesn't matter? Okay. And it's also interesting that, the day before he got married, some girl that he is dating now called him the day before and wanted to go on a second. Was it a second or a first date? The signs were there. Okay. Somebody, no matter if you believe in God, Allah, Buddha, whatever, somebody was trying to show him a sign. Don't do it. Don't go through with it. But he and this woman have reconnected and now they're in a relationship. I guess, y'all. All right. I just don't know after all this, if I was in Allan's position, would I be introducing my new girl to my ex-wife who did all this stuff? Like, make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. And now I believe we also start to talk about, see David and Michelle on stage together. It's something about Michelle that she's still like stuck in, all the things that have happened. And the host is messy. Because he said, oh, you just turned 40, right? Messy. What you trying to say, that she 40 and still single? That was messy. Messy right there. No, not necessary to bring up her age. You didn't bring nobody else's age. Okay? But she is still, to me, hurting. It comes off as bitterness, but to me, it's very much hurt from this whole situation, feeling lied to. She feels like they should have waited the whole 8 weeks until they weren't married anymore for them both to move on. But for what? You never wanted that man. So since you're not ready to move on, but I am, we should just stay married to the end. So you're saying you also want to check. Because it's given to me that she also wanted to check. Okay? But nobody wants to talk about that. Everyone wants to just blame David and Madison and say how much they hate their relationship, even though it's coming off like, girl, you want to check also. And seeing you on all them episodes of The After Party, you were also collecting some nice checks from this show. Okay? But he does sincerely apologize. He is ready to move on. Him and Madison, it's hard for them to say that they have regrets in some ways because the outcome of them was finding one another. Okay? But Michelle, to me, just comes off very bitter, very much hurt that she has not been able to move on. Yes, she sees that David is happy and moved on with Madison. And I want to know from you guys, do you feel like she has a right to still be this angry? Well, I guess she does. Do you feel like she should move on, is I guess what I want to say. Is it time to just move on, count your losses, and, walk the road ahead. Find somebody new, find yourself, all right? And we get everybody together once again on the couch. And for the most part, it's a little lackluster. And they wait till the last 10 minutes to really get into it. I don't like that. We had to sit through, an hour and a half only for the last, 10 minutes to actually get somewhere. Okay? And, we see this clip of David and Madison buying promise rings. Some of y'all are like, I don't want to see that. That's trash. Other people are like, at least we have a couple who found love, who really want to be with one another. They actually seem like the most happy. I know Camile and Thomas are happy, but it's just a different level to what we are seeing with David and Madison. I can't really explain it. It just feels more like intentional. I don't know. Maybe because they're dating and we just saw Camile and Tom. We saw Camile and Tom get married right away, but it's just, I don't know. It's something different about watching Madison and David fall in love, then pick out rings. The cast still hangs out with them. Juan was out. He got the footage of them buying promise rings. So what do y'all think? Okay. Also knowing that I didn't realize this, but Thomas and David are very close. Thomas felt like he was conflicted because he's very close to David and he wanted to stand up for him. Yet he knows what David did was wrong. I'm like, when did y'all become besties? What did I miss? Okay. And so everyone talks about the biggest thing because it's only one thing to really talk about. What did you guys all think when you found out what was really going on? Was it the ultimate breaking of girl code? What were your thoughts? Because nothing else is really there to talk about. Really. Okay. And so everyone's just like, I thought it was wrong. Carla thought, something was going on the night that, she lost her phone. I think it's at a point now where I feel like David and Madison expect and know that they're going to be the topic of conversation, but they don't allow it to get to them. They know what they have. They know what they're working on. They know the way they fell in love was not the best circumstances, but they are happy that they did fall in love. Okay. But yeah, right when we get to the end, it's like, oh, now y'all want to talk about something. Now y'all want to do something. This reunion could have been, to me, an hour and a half. I don't need a 2-parter. You could have put in like 90 minutes. Okay. But for the most part, everyone has moved on. But the drama will happen next episode. Everybody's going to go at it. And of course, we're going to see Brandon. We're going to see him. Because he needs camera time. And he wants a check too. Okay, he wants a check too. All right. But so far, I'm just like, everybody has moved on. New relationships. They need to figure out how to, I don't know if it's release the reunion, not releasing it. Maybe it's filming it closer to when the show ended. Because you could tell everyone is in new relationships. It's probably been a couple months, since the show ended before they filmed this. But what do y'all want to see in the rebrand? Okay? What do y'all want to see Peacock do with this show? Because I think in September we're going to get the, Peacock version of this. They already filmed the next season, but it's going to be on Peacock. What's missing for you guys? What do you want more of, less of? Okay? And are y'all ready to see Brandon ask Pastor Cal to do a commitment ceremony? That to me is some bad karma if you really want to know. All right? But these are my thoughts on the reunion. Let me know yours. We can get into it. Make sure you hit that like, you subscribe. And of course, I will see you in the next video. Bye.